for 10 years. 10 years. And I didn't know this woman's family. I didn't even really know her.
All right, let me make a real quick comment here. So this is just right now I would interpret what he's saying as basically, again, a warning to young men to say, control your biology, because when you're young, as they say, you're young and you're dumb and you're full of what, and you see a young beautiful woman and you're only thinking about one thing. The next thing you know, you've just created a dysfunctional living situation. You're with some woman, or if she's living with you, or if she's not, and there's kids, child support, all these problems. It's just the classic story of avoiding these classic problems. And this guy, he made all of them. So, but to his credit, he didn't abandon his kids or anything. He helped pay for them and all that. But yeah, control your biology.
And that's what happens when you're caught in your feelings. When you're caught in emotion and you just want love from someone. And you just want to chase this drug, because that's what it is. It's a drug. To want to be loved. You're chasing something. But you get no respect at all. And a man's supposed to have respect for himself. That way, you will get respect in return.
Let me pause it right there real quick too. Notice how he just briefly touched on the idea that he was looking for love. He was looking for love. Of course, he saw this beautiful woman, right? He's attracted to these beautiful women, but he says he was also interested in essentially affection from them, love, affection. So it's the same thing, right? Is this not what we talk about in Mgtow all the time? We talk about how men can develop, it's called male mother need. When you're young, your mom treats you really, really nice, and then that sort of love bombing goes away. But men still like being receiving affirmation or affection, approval from women, and they seek that out. And sometimes it can lead them, unfortunately, sometimes it can lead them down some pretty nasty roads. And in his case, that's what happened. So, but yeah, there's some psychology behind it too, right? So be careful.
And then people will be around you that will respect you, because that's what you demand. So a couple of years later, here's the woman that I meet that's going to be my wife. And within 4 months, she's pregnant with my son. The son that I have right now, that I'm raising by myself. You see the cycle? You see how things can happen just like that? I'm telling you this because it's just that easy to be caught up in family court, in the child support system, all because you're chasing a high. The high of love, the high of connection. You're chasing that. It's like being in deep, dark water, trying to get out, and you think you're swimming to the top, but you actually swimming to the bottom. Eventually, you will drown.
Okay, so again, sorry to beat a dead horse, but what is he talking about? He's talking about the laws. Ultimately, he's talking about the laws. He's talking about family court, or call it whatever you want. Domestic violence court, divorce court, child custody court. Legally, it's called family court. He had a lot of experience. He talks about it in his videos. He's had a lot of experience in family court. This is, again, I'm sorry to beat a dead horse, but this is central to our message. This is like the bane of our existence. This evil court that keeps getting us. He talks about it. Stay out of family court.
And I ended up marrying a woman that was raised overseas and was here on a student visa. And the marriage became more about her being able to stay in the States. Now, I won't say I committed fraud by marrying her, because I actually loved her. I married her because I loved her. But that's not necessarily why she married me.
Uh-oh, he got married. Let's see how this ends.
You see, you got to understand about a woman. They will go through everything to get what they want. They will be nice all the way up till they get what they want. And once they get what they want, a complete 180 will happen, called the bait and switch. They will bait you in, and then they'll switch on you, and you're caught. You're caught up. When in fact, she thought you were just this beta male chump all along, and she baited you in.
All right, so here it is again, another term in psychology, the bait and switch. And that's what happened to him. What's the bait and switch? The bait and switch is where they tell you, they advertise to you, you're going to get something, and it's going to be great, and it's everything that they're advertising. And then once you sign on the dotted line, they pull the old switcheroo. They revert back to maybe whatever their initial way of acting, or maybe they just finally show their true colors. And once they do that, it's too late because you've already signed the contract. So again, the bait and switch.
And now there's nothing for you to get respect from her now, because now she knows you. She's not going to let you switch up. So women can't, shame me into the way I think. Because there are too many women out here spreading their goodie parts all over society, but they want to do it all the way up until they smash a wall, and now they expect men to come to their rescue and save them and give them a retirement plan. And by the way, if you do that, you still don't get any respect, because you're not first choice. Now, I don't have no problem with a man going out. You have a girl, y'all have a understanding. But understand what I'm saying to you right now. You have this thing called the Mgtow movement. You have this sexual assault charges, which we don't even know how to define what a sexual assault is. Sexual misconduct, sexual assault, and rape. We don't know what that means. Today, if you ask someone what is considered rape, they really couldn't explain it to you. Because to me, I would just think it's sexual assault or sexual misconduct. They have all these terms thrown out there to keep you, the man, from doing what comes natural, which is liking a female, going up to her, asking her what her name is, giving her compliments. I like your hair. I like that dress you have on. You're a gorgeous woman. You're a beautiful woman. Hi, what's your name? You have a beautiful smile. You have pretty skin. You can't say that to a woman today. That's considered sexually misconduct.
Just quickly, I want to say that I agree with him completely. There are so many ways where you can get tripped up even in simple, social transactions where, wherever, at work, definitely at work, in public, anywhere, you can say anything to a woman, and if she misconstrues it in any way, if she's offended in any way, even if she's not really offended, she just wants an opportunity to try to get you in trouble, she can claim she's offended, and the full force of the government will come down on you, and it'll fuck you over. And so it's like, well, basically I agree with them. I think we're getting to the point, or we are now at the point, where our very nature as men has become criminalized.
Sexual misconduct. You making her feel uncomfortable with your comments. Oh, but there's a flip side to it. If it's a guy she really likes, it's not sexual misconduct then. See, if it's a guy that fits what she believes is her standard, if it's appealing to her and pleasing to her eyes, if he's that, then it's not sexual misconduct. If a woman dress up and go to a club and you, the guy that she don't find attractive, give her a compliment, you're irritating her. You're harassing. You're sexually harassing her. But the guy that taps her on the shoulder and she looks up at him like this right here, and she thinks he's just the world, that's not sexual harassment. It's all in context. It's about what she believes. It's not about what is factual. It's about how she feels. And you have these men out here that are willing to go through anything to please a woman, based on 35 to 45 minutes. And what I mean by 35 to 45 minutes, I'm talking about 35 to 45 minutes of rolling around in the sheets. We go through a lifetime of heartache for something warm and wet. I tell
Just quickly, I don't know what he's talking about. 45 minutes. No, it's probably more like 10 to 15. Yeah, 20 minutes at most, but yeah. Okay. Okay, Dion.
people all the time, and women don't like when I say this. Women don't love. Love only comes from the man. Love don't come from the woman. I don't care what no woman say. When a man marries a woman, it's because he wants everything to stay the same. I keep saying that.
Okay, I'm sorry to interrupt him so much, but again, he's bringing up just good point after good point. There's another good point he just brought up right now. He said he sincerely believes that women do not have the ability to love, and that only men have the ability to love. Unfortunately, I have come to agree with him. In fact, I believe that there is scientific evidence to show this, and we Mgtow talk about this. Remember, in the community, we talk about I believe it's called the six stages of moral development. According to the 6 stages of moral development, there are 6 major stages of moral development that a human can, I shouldn't say a human, a man can develop to, but a woman can only realize the first 3. So, and I believe the top is the 6th stage is empathy. Basically, women never gain the ability to truly empathize with other people. So you could make the argument that they are by nature solipsistic, and I believe that is true. That is a very controversial statement. Other scholars, for example, I can't remember her name. I think her name is Gilligan, Professor Gilligan. She's come out against this. Of course, Gilligan was working with the man who created this study. I can't remember the name of the man. It doesn't matter. You guys can look it up. It's called The 6 Stages of Moral Development. But basically, it's proven science that women do not have the ability to love. Men and women have different brain chemistries. And men have the ability to truly empathize with other people, while women do not. There are other thinkers, philosophers throughout time that have basically said the same thing. I think it was Confucius who said, you can either love a woman or you can understand a woman, but you can't do both. Remember the Buddha, or Siddhartha Gautama, he spoke at length about this. He claimed that, according to his observations, women are, well, frankly, women are inferior to men, and that men have the ability to gain this level of psychological, I don't know what you want to call it. He called it nirvana, which is like this state of mental clarity where, it's almost like you've reached a new plane of existence. He claimed that women just could not attain this level of mental clarity. So whatever, there's many examples of men talking about this. But yeah, unfortunately, I wish it wasn't so. I wish I could say that it's not so, but I believe that it is so. I believe that women, it is in their nature, literally in their brain chemistry. They do not, you could say they do not love the way that we love. You could put it that way, but really they just don't love. They don't love. They don't have love. Men have love. Love comes from the man.
Women don't marry for things to stay the same. They always want you to climb and climb and climb. If they see somebody with something better than you, if they see somebody that looks better than you, if they see somebody that got a better style than you according to what she believes is better, she's going to constantly have you flipping and turning and confused and dizzy. If you don't know who you are as a man, that woman will twist and turn you every which way but loose. And when she